Assalamualaikum and good evening. Today we would like to present about our group project that is resort management system. Next. So the introduction is resort management system is a systematic system that records all the data that goes in and out related to any form reservation made in any form made in any of the listed resorts. By having a system that collects and store data, it making the job of accessing the data much easier than before. A resort management system will include multiple arrays of data such as its booking, payment, customer, and a lot more. The problem statement is overall payment in a resort doesn't include any miscellaneous charges in making it hard for customers to control the expenses. Most resort only has one individual system for anything, and thus we are creating one system that combine multiple resort system all into one, which make it more convenient. Most systems are deemed to be way too cluttered with data, and it's hard to access or even to search for a specific item. Objective. The main and only objective in our project is to develop a database system, which is to design system which is easy to understand, but at the same time doesn't cause any of its complexity by dropping out key elements or data. Our system only focus on important aspect when it comes to storing data. Any data that seems unrelated or unneeded are dropped so that we could only emphasize on the main ones. Thus, it it correlates to our main objective by creating something that is very user-friendly and accessible by everyone. Next, I will pass to Haikal.
Okay, for the ERD, first we have booking, then booking list, room, payment, customer, employees, and resort. For the business rule, first for booking and payment, one booking can only have one payment. One payment must be made only to one booking. Next, for customer and booking, one customer can make many booking. Many booking can be made by one customer. Next, for booking and list of booking, one booking can contain many lists of booking. A list of booking can only contain one booking. Next, for room and book, one room can be booked many times. Many booking can be made onto one room. Next, we have employees and work. Employees and resort. Many employees can work at one resort. A resort can have many employees. Next, for booking and resort, many booking can be made to one resort. One resort can be made many booking. And last, for employee and booking, one employee can manage many booking. Many booking can be managed by one employee. For data dictionary, first we have result. For example, in result we have result ID, which is the data type is number and the size is 4. And we also have result name, which is bacha, and the size is 25. And we also have the table for booking, room, employees, customer, payment, and booking list. The next one, this is the SQL that we use to create our table. We have also we have the SQL to insert. This is the example that after we insert the SQL for result, we have result ID, result name, and location. Uh, the example of insert, we have 1001 Sabahan Resort and Sandakan Sabah. So we have the table for booking, room, and employees. So we have customer and this one payment and booking list. Next, I will pass to Arif.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Arif and I will continue the presentation with the data manipulation. First, these are the examples for insertion. The query is a new customer and Leah just booked a resort located in Johor for a day on 8th of July 2022, which goes about 300 ringgit. Insert a new row of data or related table. So based on the statement, we need to insert like 4 new rows in 4 different kind of table. So these are the example that we can see: insert booking value, insert into customer, insert into payment, and insert into booking list. Next is the example of deletion. The management just realized that they are already another booking made on the same date and decided to cancel M's order. Show only deletion of her data in the booking table. So based on this question, we only need to delete the row. We only need to show the deletion of a row in the booking table only. So these are the 4 lines that we can see of the deletion of data in the booking table. Next up is the example of update. The query is, due to inflation, the price of 3 resorts, which is in Sabahan Resort, Sarawak Resort, and Johor Resort increased by RM20 ringgit. So based on this query, we know that the price of these 3 resorts will increase by 20 ringgit. So we need to update the total charge of it. So on this based on this SQL, you can see that we have the update payment, set total charge, and the invoice number. And everything goes on and on and on for all the 3 resorts. After that, we goes to selection. The first example is find and list the detail of a single room. And these are the SQL statement, the relational algebra, and the result. The second question is also pretty similar. And then we have list the phone number of customer whose last name start with the letter F. So the only thing that we need to change is the condition, which is where last name like, and then we enter F. And then we also have another one, which is list the detail whose last name start with the letter M or R, and sort it with the sending order based on the result ID. These are the SQL statement, relational algebra, and the result. Next, we go to the aggregation or grouping. So the aggregation and grouping basically mean that we need to calculate the sum of something and then we group it by one specific data type that we want. So the main example that we can see from this aggregation is over this query. Find the number of employees working in each resort. This is the SQL statement. And as you can see, there's this one called group by, which means that the data will be grouped according to the result ID. And this is the relational algebra. And the result is here. As you can see, all the number of employees has been counted and it's grouped by the result ID of their respective resort. Next up, we go to the inner and outer join. First of all, list the name, date start, and date ends of every customer who made a booking. So from this, we will join 2 different tables into one. And this is the SQL statement. And the table that we use is the customer and the booking table, the relational algebra, and this is the result. As you can see, both tables are combined and we made into one. Next up, and then we also have the outer join, which we use the left join. List the detail of customer who made a booking from booking and customer table. From here, we use the method of left join, where we combine 2 table, which is customer, which is the booking and customer table. And this is the result that we get from that. And last but not least, we also have the nested or subquery. The question is, by using subquery or nested method, find the highest amount of total payment made and list all of its detail from the payment table. So from this, as you can see, the reason it's called nested queries because we have this one condition in bracket. Select max total pay and from payment. This is the reason why it's called nested. And this is the relational algebra, and this is the result that we get. And same goes to the second question. It's also pretty much the same. Select total charge from payment where total charge is greater than 200. This is the reason why it's called the nested. And then we go through the relational algebra and then the result that we get from our SQL. And last but not least is our conclusion. First of all, system contribution. Based from our system that we have created, by combining multiple result systems into one, it is able to centralize all the data related to the individual result. Instead of having to access each and every of their respective system, user can simply use our system to check any of their desired items, such as the booking, the date, and everything. Next, we have the system drawbacks. At the moment, the only major drawback from our system is the fact that it only involves quite a few results. Thus, the data stored won't be as created than expected. Lack of unique data such as address, email, and etc. also one of the reasons that our system won't be as complete as the other polished database system. But as we said in our objective earlier, we aiming to create a system which is easy to understand and not too cluttered with anything that is deemed unnecessary. And lastly, suggestion for improvement. One thing that we can do to improve our data is probably adding more unique data type in our system, such as the address, email, and other than and everything else related to it. And not only that, we can also expand our scopes to not only 5 different results, but probably more. This way, much more data can be gathered by each respective result. And that's all from our team. Thank you so much.